Hey, worshippers of Jesus Christ. Hello again as we continue our 30-day challenge, as we read God's Word for 30 days. And I want to apologize. I haven't been as consistent with uploading a video each day like I had promised. But hey, each day presents another opportunity to make it right. So let's continue on in reading on this journey. Job chapter 2, reading in the NIRV Version Bible. Look along, open up your tablets, your screens to Job chapter 2. On another day, angels came to the Lord. Satan also came to him along with them. The Lord said to Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan answered, "From traveling all around the earth. I've been going from one end of it to the other." The Lord said to Satan, "Have you thought about my servant Job? There isn't anyone on earth like him. He is honest. He does what's right. He has respect for God and avoids evil. You tried to turn me against him. You wanted me to destroy him without any reason, but he still continues to be faithful." Wow. For God above all gods to talk of a human with that kind of respect. I want God to be able to say those things about me, but I have to be faithful in the good and in the bad. My attitude has to remain faithful in the good and in the bad. Verse 4. Satan replied, "A man will give everything he has to save his life. So Job is willing to give up the lives of his family to save his own life. But now reach out your hand and strike his flesh and bones. Then I'm sure he will speak evil things against you. In fact, he'll do it right in front of you." The Lord said to Satan, "All right, I'm handing him over to you, but you must spare his life." Then Satan left the Lord and went on his way. He sent painful sores on Job. They covered him from the bottom of his feet to the top of his head. He got part of a broken pot. He used it to scrape his skin. He did it while he was sitting in ashes. His wife said to him, "Are you still continuing to be faithful to the Lord? Speak evil things against him and die." Job replied, "You are talking like a foolish woman. We accept good things from God. We should also accept trouble when he sends it." I'll tell you, this is quite the message, because it's so true, the powerful point that Job is bringing. Like, of course, we welcome the blessings of the Lord, but when things go wrong, we're like, "Where was God? What are you doing?" And we're immediately angry. But Job showed a different approach. Job replied, "You're talking like a foolish woman. We accept good things from God, so we should also accept trouble when he sends it." In spite of everything, Job didn't say anything that was sinful. Job had 3 friends named, I'm going to try my best here, Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shunammite, and Zophar the Naamathite. They heard about all the troubles that had come to Job, so they started out from their homes. They had agreed to meet together. They wanted to go and show their concern for Job. They wanted to comfort him. When they got closer to where he lived, they could see him, but they could hardly recognize him. They began to weep out loud. They tore their robes and sprinkled dust on their heads. This was to show great distress. Then They sat down on the ground with him for 7 days and 7 nights. No one said a word to him. That's because they saw how much he was suffering. Wow. I'll tell you, it blows my mind because, one, what amazing friends these were, to know when to be quiet. And I also think that, this paints a good picture as to how we are to comfort a lot of people at times. Have you ever been to a funeral? That's not where, typically you're having full on conversations with those who've just lost their loved ones. You know, you're there, you're quiet through the ceremonies. You're there just to show support. And this is exactly what his friends exhibited at that time, showing support. So let's do this example. And, there might be a friend of yours. Maybe it's not what you say, maybe it's just showing your support. All right. God bless you. And remember to stand strong through the good and through the bad. Take care and God bless.